Hello, this is Greg Prado, author of the books Take It Off, Kiss Truly Unmasked, as well as the Eric Carr story, amongst many others. You're listening to the Shout It Out Loudcast with Tom and Zeus. Rock and roll!
Shout it out loud, yeah. Shout it out loud, yeah. Shout it out loud, yeah. I like it.
The year is 1986. The album is Turbo by Judas Priest. Welcome to episode 72 of the Album Review Crew, where we will be reviewing this classic yet very divisive hard rock classic from a legendary band. Soon we'll be welcomed by our good friend and host of the Potter Than Hell podcast, but Zeus, for now, it's me and you. What's up, buddy?
All right, Tom. Yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. This is the Patreon pick, and Frank Anzalone has fucking got a boner all day.
Oh, God, thanks.
Let's go back, though, to the previous one. We did Rat Out of the Cellar. This was my pick. Let's go back and look at the feedback. Start with the poll.
Yep. So the poll, we were joined by the great Ahmet Zappa from Rock Tales, live on YouTube on Fridays. And the poll for Rat Out of the Cellar, best of these four songs, Back for More, Wanted Man, Round and Round, Lack of Communication. Good poll here. Round and Round, no surprise, wins the poll at 36%. Back for More at 23, Wanted Man at 21, Lack of Communication at 19. Really no bad choices there. Couple comments. Recently inducted Shout It Out Loudcast Hall of Famer Izzy Presley. Apparently he's referencing a quote. Somebody said, quote, Rat got along with everybody. Izzy says, yeah, except for themselves. Okay. Coach Green says, Wanted Man is their best song. Tony Rod chimes in saying Back for More. Joseph Kiss Sr., I voted for Back for More, but really could have voted for any of these songs. Classic album. Conrad Pena says, one of my favorite bands growing up here in Southern California. Personally, I think all of their albums are great and should be bigger than The Crew. Ooh, okay. See about that. Let's take a look at what else we got here on Twitter. Vet Halen says, Invasion of Your Privacy Girl was Marianne Gravatt. Miss October 1982, Playmate of the Year 1983. Also, on Eddie Truck's recent interview with Warren DeMartini, he talks about how they shot the crashing through the ceiling scene in the Round and Round video. I actually did hear that interview, but I did not know that about the cover girl there. Vinny's Bra Strap says, there goes my ARC selection. Well, we did it for you. HairNetRadio.com says, I love this. I feel all the material still holds up. Yeah, you are correct. It does, HairNetRadio.com. Zeus, that's what we got on Twitter. Let's go to you for Facebook on Rat.
Okay. On our Facebook page, Bob Reedy says, great album. Dancing Undercover is my favorite Rat album. Jason Warden, appreciate Rat more now than I did growing up in their heyday. To me, maybe not the most popular or most successful, but definitely the best hair band ever. So looking forward to this one. Rat and Roll. Raymond Gallus, great episode. I really like Rat, but a lot of the songs in the album sound the same. Good album. Yeah,
really?
They sound great. That's what I like about them.
Yeah, maybe.
The Horiati from Down Under, Faunus Akratides. What a gold standard choice. Well done for choosing such a heavy rock classic. Out of the Cellar would have been one of the greatest heavy rock releases in the 80s. Loaded with so many hooky choruses and bombastic lead guitars. It's no wonder 40 years later, this album still stands the test of time. I remember one of the early bands I was in, we did I'm Insane, such a powerful and edgy classic. But the best track on the album for me is Back for More. It just has everything dynamic, melodic, and powerful. Well done, guys. Great choice for ARC. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Bobby Kenner has a photo of himself and Stephen Piercy.
Ooh.
Killer album, killer review, killer guest. Always fun to learn new things, too. Somehow, I had no idea that was Tawny Katane on the cover.
Wow.
But she was absolutely on my hot list in the 80s, same as you guys. I haven't listened to some of the deep cuts in a while, but revisited it for this episode. Got to meet Steven after a set a couple years ago. He signed some stuff and was just cool as hell. And is it just me, or could you hear Jericho blowing people away if he did his own rendition of Lack of Communication? Maybe so.
Perhaps.
John Gross, this is a record I visit often, ever since 1984. It's wild it's been 41 years. Just saw Steven last year play this whole record. It was awesome to hear all live. Great episode, guys. Laughed a lot listening to the three of you.
Thank you.
Ugh, Kevon Japson.
Uh-oh. What's he want?
Ugh. Your rankings are absolutely ridiculous.
Ugh.
I always hated In Your Direction.
What?
But after hearing Tom's love for it, I went back, and it's actually pretty good. She Wants Money is the easy throwaway, but still a perfect record. So good. Morning After and I'm Insane are easily the best songs, along with Back for More. Love this record. Great choice. Always entertaining. Brian Robinson adds, it might be hard to believe, but Stephen Pearcy wrote most of these riffs and songs on guitar with Robin. Stephen is a decent guitar player. If he did, then he is.
That's pretty awesome.
Chris Hall says, Hall of Fame episode. I also agree with Bob Reedy. Over on Loudcasters, Rex J. Cox. So I might be in the small minority of people that did not know that this was the late Tawny Katane. Apparently not, because someone else just said it. Great episode. Saw Rat early in 2000s with Jizzy Jackoff Pearl.
Oh, goodness.
John Corabi was playing rhythm guitar. It wasn't Rat without Steven. 100% agree with you.
Of course. Oh, absolutely.
Hakan Oistad says, great episode, horrible album.
Wow. Oh, no.
The great Frank Anzalone. Oh, Frank, you're on my fucking annoying list right now because we must have name dropped you 100 times in this episode already.
Good God.
What a great ARC pick. Such a classic album, and Amma is definitely one of your top 5 guests. Great personality, knowledgeable, great sense of humor. I shit you not. I almost threw this out for the Patreon pick, but I figured you guys would eventually get to it, so I didn't want to waste it. Just didn't realize you'd be getting to it 2 days later. I still even have my original vinyl when I was in the 6th grade. This cover is a little beat up, but the vinyl is still pretty flawless.
Nice.
Rick Rera says this record has no skips. Joseph Collins adds, awesome, guys. The Round and Round video and Van Halen videos were my introduction to heavy music, and I never looked back. Thanks for mentioning my hot sauce videos. They can be very brutal, but I love doing them. Okay.
Nice.
Good luck on them.
Yeah. Cool.
Brad Rustoven, Backpack Brad. Interesting how you guys ended up reviewing Detonator several years ago prior to tackling this classic. With Amit's hot takes about several songs influencing such 80s classic as Wanted Dead or Alive or Welcome to the Jungle, comparing one of the riffs as being on the same level as Smoke on the Water, I think it's safe to say he believes Rat should have been first ballot Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominee in 2008. You guys spent a lot of time talking into the intro to Scene of the Crime. I always thought it was a lift from Pat Benatar's Shadows of the Night, the musical intro after the a cappella vocal. And that song came out 2 years later. And lastly, cowboy-themed videos from the 80s. How can anyone forget Blind in Texas? Easily, because it's fucking Wasp.
Yeah, Wasp.
Oh, horrendous.
Oh.
Gordon Duncan, I was working the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and this is exactly what I needed. On this holiday, I'm thankful you guys that I never took a bath with George Michael.
Oh, Jesus.
Tim Mangione.
Uh-oh.
Looking up OJ stuff as we speak. Good stuff as always. The great Glenn Barth. Great episode. You guys know your Rat lore. Impressive. It was White Sox DJ, music director, whatever, that got canned for playing a Whitesnake when Chuck Finley came in from the bullpen.
I remember that. Yep.
Oh, God. Joe Decker, finally, this is the hair metal album of the 80s, and Rat is the hair metal band. Them and Doc are my two favorite bands, and Warren and George are my favorite guitar players. Definitely wore out the cassettes and know every lyric, guitar solo, and earworm on this record. I attached a few pics from seeing Rat at Rocky Glen Amusement Park, in Moosic, Pennsylvania, September 84. Helix opened.
Ooh.
Desert album for me. Great pick.
Nice.
Greg Seacrest. Great episode. Rat is my favorite hair glam metal band. I keep going back and forth between Out of the Cell Invasion of Your Privacy as their best album. Neither one of them has skips for me. I know Round and Round has been played countless millions of times, but I'll never get tired of hearing that legendary guitar solo. Also love the Weird Science shout out. It isn't mentioned anywhere near enough when it comes to essential 80s movie. How about a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Yeah, Weird Science.
Not gonna stand here and listen to this baloney.
He won't, you know. He doesn't stand for baloney. You can't go around hitting people with your Rex Harrison hat. Rex Harrison.
Oh, Gary! You got the water running all day?
You told me you were combing your hair. Oh, that's good. We're going to have to start doing those reviews soon.
Izzy Presley added, Patrick Muldoon, I'm Saved by the Bell, played that douchebag Jeff that broke up Zach and Kelly.
Oh, God.
What?
Are we going to have to throw him out of the Hall of Fame now?
One's good enough.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Joey, I Peg My Pants, Hall of Famer Romanek. I remember when rap broke and every kid in my school wanted to dress like them. It was like someone took the mini versions of Van Halen right from Hot for Teachers video and placed them in my 6th grade class. Mesh shirt, armbands, dangling earrings, and if one was extra bold, maybe even a headband, man. Those were the days. It's too bad the music sounds like what Dirk Diggler and Chess Rockwell recorded after turning down the bass, and it was taken away from Dirk's vocals. Dude, what a horrendous music take.
Good God. What is the matter with that guy?
Too busy taking fucking cul-de-sac photos with his fucking boy band of realtors that he hangs out with. And in the future, we suggest not to include a group photo with your application. Yeah. Scott Wheeler, this might be the best album review so far. Such a great album. So many thoughts on this one. I'm a complete idiot for not knowing that was Tawny Katane. That's 3 on the
Wow.
cover.
Wow.
Love the shout out by Tom for his love of Kix and Faster Pussycat. Quick, Tom, name me 3 albums from Kix.
I don't know. Oh, you're pulling that stunt now? You have to know.
Dude, you just said you like some of this. You didn't say you were a big fan of theirs.
You never owned Blow My Fuse on CD.
No.
How? That album.
I just never did. I never bought
Okay,
it. They had 3 singles, and I heard them on MTV.
Okay.
I just never bought them.
Okay. You would be shocked to know that I've gone to a record store without you in the past.
I'll leave that part in.
Faster Pussycat, I know 2 songs by them.
I would guess 100 times out of 100
I know 3 songs.
that you have Faster Pussycat before you would have Kix.
No, I have the both. I have Blow My Fuse on CD, and I have Faster Pussycat. I don't even know the name of the album, the one that has Bathroom Wall on it, because I bought it when it came out. I don't even know what album that is.
You don't have the greatest hits because you know the fucking song off the other one that you like with the
Poison Ivy?
Yeah.
No, I don't have the greatest hits album.
No. I don't have the second one either.
Blow My Fuse is a good album. But anyways.
All right. Now I have to go back and watch these videos to see if the acting is really as bad as Zeus says. What video was the acting? Oh, I think the fucking cowboy video.
Well, you don't believe, Zeus, that the acting was bad by Rat in a music video? You have to go and watch it?
Dude, do you remember the fucking acting in the Detonator videos when they're on the rocket ship? Oh,
no, I must have erased that.
Do you remember that on Shame? They were in the rocket ship and they were like falling from the sky and shit. Oh my God, it's horrendous.
Why were they in a rocket ship?
No. And then they landed in like the next video. I think they landed in Loving You's a Dirty Job. And they're in like, and these women are all dancing around them and they're like the future. Like,
I don't remember any of that.
Terrible.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, You're better off not remembering.
Oof.
He also adds, agree that Motley's top 5 might be better, but Rat's catalog blows them away. I'll take Rat over Motley every day, and I agree with you, Scott. That's my opinion. How did you guys miss the meet and greet? The guys are great to talk to. I think the meet and greet was like something early, and they really didn't publicize, hey, come meet these people of this band.
Never. They didn't do that at all.
Yeah, we didn't know who was doing, when was doing, and we just never got around to it. It wasn't a big thing to mention to do.
That wasn't publicized at all.
Yeah. Over on Blue Sky, Christopher Hamilton adds, I love this episode and would love a movie podcast of Tom and Zeus reviewing Weird Science.
Ah, there you go.
Follow it up with The Golden Child, another movie with Rat.
Oh, that movie sucks.
I want the knife.
That's literally the only funny part of that entire shitty movie.
Okay.
Oh, it's not good.
Over on YouTube, Twisted Kister adds, this was a great episode. Probably one of my first rock bands I ever heard, specifically this album. I would listen to all summer of my grandparents' house, my aunt, and had this and Dancing Undercover in Cinderella's Long Cold Winter. I wore those out. Then he lists his rankings of the song. He starts with Scene of the Crime as 10, and then 1 Round and Round.
Wow. Okay.
Marty Martin adds, I don't like this band at all. I've heard so much about this album that I tried to get into it several times, but I find it very generic and boring.
Wow.
I guess we can't like everything. I think I have, however, watched several of Jason Green's videos about touring around with Stephen Pearcy, and Stephen definitely has the look of a rock star and seems like a cool guy. I don't know who Jason Green is.
Me neither.
Do you?
Nope.
Okay. Joseph Kiss Sr. Zeus mentioned Brittany Fox. Michael Kelly Smith was my guitar teacher for a while. Don't even know who the fuck that is. I assume he's in Brittany Fox.
Is that Dizzy Dean's picket fence teeth best friend?
No. God. He used to wear those, the guitarist and the bassist used to wear like those Seinfeld puffy shirts and shit, right? He's a huge Kiss fan, has a great Kiss and especially Gene stories. They were supposed to open for Kiss on the Hits tour, but the tour was pushed back and Slaughter debut album took off, so they ended up taking that opportunity from them. Brittany Fox did open for Rat on Reach for the Sky tour, so there's a Rat tie-in. All right, okay. Well, thank you. Joseph Kiss Sr. Tom, I'm going back to you.
All right, let's look at the Spotify comments. I always like to remind people that you can comment directly from Spotify while you're listening to the episode. So you don't have to remember to comment. You can just do it right as soon as you hear something that you want to comment on. Jimbo is a little funny here. Apparently somebody used the word quintessential during Out of the Cellar because Jimbo says, quintessentially speaking, this is the most quintessential review of the most quintessentially quintessential bands named after the most quintessential rodents ever. Okay. Zane Beasley thinks that Scene of the Crime is the best Rat song.
On the album or in general?
He says Scene of the Crime, #1 Rat track. Now, I don't know, maybe he's referring to the album? I don't know.
Okay.
Kevin Doyon says, I have never given Rat a chance, not ever. I grew up with this just as you guys have. We're the same age. I was very classic metal at the time, and here come these guys trying to take over the scene. I turned my back immediately and put my middle finger straight up in the air, but listening to this Rat ARC has made me realize I completely missed the boat. This record is awesome. I'll be getting caught up on Rat. Middle fingers no more. Wow, Kevin.
That
See?
is amazing.
That is amazing.
Somebody now
Yeah.
gives Out of the Cellar a chance and finds why people love it. Wow.
That's crazy. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But you don't usually hear that because if you like this type of music, you've been around it, you've heard this album.
Yeah, right. Yep. B. Peeves, if you ever wonder why I listen to the show, I'm an hour and 6 minutes in, and I have already had stories about Tawny Katane, a bachelor party movie reference, a George Michael celebrity hot tub story, and Zeus basically trying to cancel Rat due to their poor acting skills. Fuck me, outstanding work. This album is grade A, fellas, absolute classic. Yes, it is. Let's look
we got to go back to those Detonator videos then.
Oh, God. Let's see what Instagram got. Clark Side of the Moon. Owning this album was required in 1984. Looking forward to listening. Abusement, excellent work. I love the chemistry with Ahmet. He has some amazing stories and is always a cool and classy dude. Yes, he is. And
Love
Junior
Ahmet.
Vintage, Ahmet's awesome. Junior Vintage says, cannot wait to listen to this one. Well, hope you listened to it since you wrote that. And let's go over here to our emails. We got one from our buddy Josh Parim. Guys, great pick and review of Out of the Cell. This was the last album I bought on vinyl as a kid as I went over to cassettes. I agree with you that this is a great album through and through. The 3 videos are awesome with some great video vixens. I like the bikini-clad girls who come out on stage in the Wanted Man video. Rat was my second favorite hard rock band as a kid, behind Kiss, of course. Saw them in concert on the Reach for the Sky tour in Memphis. Speaking of video vixens, and Tom, I know you like Kicks. God, another fucking Kicks reference. I said I like Kicks. It doesn't mean I'm a I am not a Kicks tard. I like Kicks.
You're going to get this like 3 ARC episodes from now. Someone like, well, I was listening to Tom's favorite band, Kicks, the other day.
Yeah, really. From now on, if I like, Jesus Christ. He says, do you remember the Smoking Hot Chick in the Cold Blood video? Yes, I actually do remember that video.
Yes, she looks like Kirstie Alley.
Yeah. He says, one of my all-time favorite.
A thin.
I was just going to say,
Alley.
not a chunky chunks Kirstie Alley. Keep up the great work, gentlemen. Looking forward to the next ARC episode. Well, Josh, you're getting it right now, my friend. And Zeus, that wraps up feedback for Out of the Cellar.
Did you just say, when is that going to happen? Just now.
Just now. We just missed it.
All right, so that's our feedback on this. Let's take our quick little break, and let's bring in our buddy, Steve Wright.
All right, so this month with the special Patreon pick of Turbo by Judas Priest, we have our good buddy and longtime host of the great Potter Than Hell podcast, Steve Wright is back. Welcome, Steve. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. Glad to be back. Hope you guys had a great holiday season and a Merry Christmas. And I'm not sure if this will be out before the New Year's, but Happy New Year anyways. And nice to be here. Good to see you guys again. Your handsome faces once again.
Absolutely. Every time we record, all of us have less hair, although I don't have any, but it's funny. So we're good. We're gray and bald and ready to talk Turbo, Zeus.
Yeah, exactly. We're like in a different like Rob Halford phase, all of us at some point. With our hair right now, we're in like different parts. Tom,
is that the
current
phase?
Rob Halford phase?
What are you trying to say?
I'm in the like I don't know. What's the one? Point of no entry.
Point of entry.
Point of no entry.
Point of
if you know what I mean.
Point of exit.
Hiding, heading out to the highway. That video, I have that kind of Rob hairdo.
Yep.
Steve, I'm not sure where yours falls in line with.
Well, my beard's white like his is now, though.
That's true. Okay,
but I have a little more, so I'm in between.
You got a little snow on the rooftop there, Steve.
You go both.
Very
ways.
little.
I get it.
Just a dusting.
All right. So it's funny we have this album because one of our great Patreons, his name is Frank Anzalone.
Oh, God.
Has been beating the drum to pick this fucking album for God knows how many months.
Yep.
Every time it just goes on these tangents about, oh, you guys got to do Turbo. Everyone's like, fuck off. We're not picking it. Somehow it got put into the top 4 and the Patreon people voted for this one. I mean, Judas Priest has been so close to winning it. I don't know how many times. Yep. Like British Steel, Defenders of the Faith, right?
Screaming for Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
They all get nominated. Painkiller does.
Yep.
And then they never win. This one won against 3 solid albums too.
So that's what I was going to say. So that's what I was going to say. So shout out Loudcast Hall of Famer Tony Barone had asked this a while ago, and I keep forgetting every time we do ARC. He's like, "Can you announce when you do the episode for people to know what 4 albums made the Patreon pick?" So Steve, the way we do ARC is I pick an album, Steve. I pick an album, Zeus picks an album. Then we open it up to all the Patreons. They throw a bunch of albums in, right? And then Zeus and I pick 4, and then it goes to a poll for the Patreons, right? So for December, the picks were Dawkins, Under Lock and Key, Foreigner 4, and then the self-titled album by Coverdale Page, and then Judas Priest Turbo. Now, I said to Zeus, these people know us. They want us to talk about Turbo, even though this is not the best album out of those four, in my opinion.
It's always good to have a little something to shit on every now and then.
That's
not that you guys ever do that.
Never. No, we love everything. We love it all. We love it all. So yeah, this is good. So if you're not happy with this album, blame the Patreons, people.
Well, all right. So we always talk about when this album first came out, who bought it, what was your first interaction with it. I will be honest with you. I'll start off. I had this album when it came out. This was accessible Judas Priest. When this came out and I saw the videos and Turbo Lover came out, I was like, oh shit, they finally come around to me. And I can listen to this. I bought it. I knew the 3 singles. I listened to the album once and I put it on the side. But I know the album. I knew the 3 singles, the MTV videos and stuff. I had it. I enjoyed those songs, but I didn't get into the rest of the album until I just bought the CD about a month ago. Not even.
Yeah.
That's my interaction with Turbo.
Steve, you're our special guest. Tell us about, I know you're I would like, maybe this is not right, but I think you're the resident Judas Priest big fan. Like you've seen them in concert, et cetera, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably, of you guys, absolutely.
Yeah, of us.
Yeah, I started checking these guys out right after, maybe right before Screaming for Vengeance came out. I had Unleashed in the East, and then I kind of got them as they came along. Like Point of Entry was like, still is meh for sure. But then when this came out, this came out in I think April of '86. So I had like 2 months left of high school left. I was a senior that year.
Okay.
So, and then this is when compact discs started coming out. This was the second compact disc I ever bought. The first one I ever bought was David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, and Turbo was the second one I ever bought. So I've had this since it came out, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So before I talk about, I want to just ask you real quick, Steve, because, and maybe Zeus too, but is this like, was this as big? I feel like this was a bigger shock to Judas Priest fans than, like, say, Dynasty was to Kiss fans.
Oh, absolutely.
No? What do you think?
I think so.
Hold on.
I think
go
so.
Go ahead, Steve. You think so?
I think so. Because I was like, wow. And when we get into it, I have a really good reason why.
Yeah, save that.
When we do the songs. But
okay.
When I got it, I was like, it was such a shift. But and a lot of people were my friends of mine that they were kind of split whether they liked it or not.
Okay. Zeus, you shook your head real quick about.
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, one of the things I would always watch is MTV's Headbangers Ball, and they would play 3 of their older songs, which they can't believe they had videos for, but Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight, and Head Out to the Highway. I love Heading Out to the Highway.
Yeah.
It's not that much different than this. It's not synth. It's not like power choruses like this does.
Right.
But it's not fucking Painkiller shit.
No.
I mean, I feel like they overcompensated for what Turbo was in the more recent albums that I can't get into it. This stuff is accessible to me. And some of their older stuffs I had, what do you call it? They're Screaming for Vengeance. You Got Another Thing Coming. To me, those are just classic songs. You Got Another Thing Coming and things like that, I think are variations of British Steel. They're a little bit different and heavier. But going to this is pop as shit. I will give them, I mean, I'll admit it. But is it worse than Kiss going to Dynasty? I don't know.
Well, so I'm probably the least biggest, if that's a term, Judas Priest fan. I like some of the hits, stuff like that. I've owned one Judas Priest album in my life, and that is Screaming for Vengeance, because I think from top to bottom, that's an incredible record. Eventually, we'll get to that on ARC. It's funny because I've heard about Turbo, just being a rock and metal fan. And it's like the album where it's like its reputation precedes itself. Be like, oh my God, wait till you hear this album. This is like the dance This is like the dance album by Judas Priest, the pop album, the synth album. So, and I know one song off this album. I have never owned it. I take that back. I know 3 songs. That's thanks to Sirius XM. I know those 3 songs. I've never heard anything else. I've never listened to this album top to bottom ever until Patreon picked it. So I went into this blind. I have no nostalgia, no history, no nothing. I'm just a brand new turbo lover, I guess we'll say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Steve doesn't know whether to laugh or cry about that one.
Yeah, not sure.
All right, let's look at the album cover. Anyone you want to go?
Steve, go ahead. Lead us, buddy.
It's different, because you're used to seeing the medallion from the Defenders of the Faith. You have the eagle, the screaming eagle on Screaming for Vengeance, but then you go back and the point of entry cover is just fucking stupid. But like British Steel with the iconic razor blade. And then this one was like, honest to God, my first thought was like, is that girl holding a dick? And I'm like, oh, it's a shifter. And it just seems, it was just weird because it was like, you went from the cool, quotations, metal looking stuff. And then you go to this and it's like the other ones were drawings, but this is more cartoonish, I thought. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It wasn't, because I kind of think that the Screaming for Vengeance and then Defenders of the Faith were kind of a progression one to the other one. And this one was like not that. So like the cover right away was like, all right, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I think for me, the big thing that stands out for me and okay, like Steve said, is that a woman holding a dick? Okay. Turbo, we get it, stick shift, motorcycle, or whatever you want to call it. Like, to me, I feel like this might sound counterintuitive here, but the fact that it's a woman's hand with the big, long, red fingernails, to me, that almost signifies the fact of that you're about to listen to like a very poppy, synthy, dare I say, like female sounding like Judas Priest album. I feel like if it was like but then again, if you had a guy's hand on it, I mean, right. Based on what we know now that we didn't know then, I don't know. I don't like the cover. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do with it being turbo, and you get the lines behind it like it's moving fast, like it's like in turbo gear or something. I think the colors, again, this is 1986. I mean, this is like Asylum era Kiss type shit. So this is what they were following what was popular, but I think the cover kind of blows, Zeus.
Well, I don't know what you guys are both complaining about. It's from the same guy that did Screaming and Defenders.
No, I know.
Doug Johnson.
Well, that's kind of makes it even worse.
Kind of same.
Right.
The streaks are kind of the same. I think it's cool. I don't think I have a problem with it. I like the brightness of it. It's a female's hand on a stick shift.
Yeah, the colors pop for sure.
Yeah, the colors, you got Judas Priest coming out and the logo on the right. Yeah, the colors do pop. To me, it seems similar to their previous few records they just did. So
I just feel like it's not as badass, quote unquote. But whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's very neon looking.
Yeah. And again, of the era, kind of like I said, like Asylum was 85. This is 86. You got Poison, you got glam metal at its peak right here. So you got all the colors. So yeah, for sure.
All right. So let's go to Turbo, April 7th, 1986. It's produced by Tom Allen, who's doing all their Priest albums. So I think he's been the producer for a while with their records. Mm-hmm. It went to number 17 on U.S. Billboard. I think it's probably the highest it's ever gone for them. And 33 in the U.K. It reached platinum. I'm not sure if this is their biggest selling album or not, but it did reach platinum. At the time, you got the classic Judas Priest lineup: Rob Halford, K.K. Downing, Glenn Tipton, Mr. Tipton. They're reading glasses. Ian Hill on bass and Dave Holland on drums. All the songs on this album were written by K.K. Dowling, Glenn Tipton, and Rob Halford. And we're ready to get started and go to the first track and just get right into it. So here we go.
So we start off with the title track here. We have Turbo Lover right out of the gate. that you're listening to something very, very, very different that you have never really heard before from Judas Priest. I mean, right out of the gate, it sounds like a cross between Billy Idol or like the Human League, or like it's just, what are we doing here? I mean, not just the synth, but even the drum machine and everything. But that being said, I love Halford's low kind of growl in each verse. And then like he elevates the tone of his voice. And then the hook into the chorus of I'm Your Turbo. Even if you've never heard Judas Priest before, this song is incredible. I think this song is incredible. Now, we say this a lot, or I say this a lot on ARC. It's a great song, but it's not what I want to hear from Judas Priest. You got two of the greatest guitarists, dual guitar thing in the world, and you have them like, sweeping the floor in the background while Rob Halford's doing the Carlton dance to Turbo Lover. It's weird, but I like it, Steve.
Yeah, when I first heard this, I was like, wow, what a shift. Because, I mean, just think of the two albums before that. Screaming for Vengeance opens up with Hellion Electric Eye.
Yeah.
Free Will Burning on Defenders of the Faith. And then this was like, what the fuck is this? But then you're right, too. And I was kind of, when Zeus read off who the lineup was for it, and he said Dave Holland on drums. I'm like, I'm not sure how much Dave Holland was actually on drums on this album, by the way.
Exactly.
But like it was kind of once you got over the initial shock that this is an actual Judas Priest song, like it grew on me. And this is one that throughout the years that you look forward to it when they do it live. Because I mean, like now when they do it live, you don't have all the synths and you don't have all the crazy mood stuff in the background. I love the song. It's got a certain build to it. Like it builds in intensity as it goes along. It was just weird with the guitar synths, because Iron Maiden did the same thing, not to this level, with their album in 1986, Somewhere in Time. Like, so they were both kind of following the trends too, but like, I think Priest took it to another level. Yeah. But, I've always liked this one. And I like when you can hear when they do, I'm Your Turbo Lover, you could hear like an electronic talk box kind of mimicking the vocals. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
My Judas Priest club card may be revoked after it, but the only thing I don't like about it is right before the solo that
there's like a lot that of that
part. I didn't care for that. I thought it was really unnecessary, but the solo is really good. It's got a soaring feel to it. And at the end of the solo, you get that get it like that. Mm-hmm. I love that. That's one of my favorite parts there. And then you get I think the most intense part with Halford's vocals on this one is like right at the end, and then in Shared Abandonment, we shatter and explode. It's addicting. Like it's not what you go to Judas Priest for. It's not what you want them to do, but it's just an earworm. It's really, I enjoy it.
Yep.
All right. So Turbo Lover, as I said, all these songs are written by the same three. Synth, but it works. Steve mentioned it already. Love the build. I love the room. I love the guitar fills. I know this song so well. Dun, 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 dun. You hear Tipton's guitar pop in as the rhythm's going, and you got the Carlton beat going, and Rob Halford. Totally. We'll get to the video. Oh, fuck. But the fucking solo, it's an Ace-like solo. I can hum that thing. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh my God. It's fucking awesome. And then I love how at the end, and they even incorporate it later in the video, it sounds like he's doing a machine gun. I'm your turbo lover. And then it builds up. Halford's vocals, I mean, you can just say this now, so we don't have to keep repeating it. He's on a different level than most singers. He's just phenomenal. The fucking screeches he can do and the high notes he can hit, and it's not just to do them, just to do them. It works within the song, that the song builds and hits that high point at the end of a lyric, and he can do it. They're not gratuitous. They're there for a reason, and he doesn't just throw them out because he could do that all day.
Right.
But his vocals are off the charts. The 2-guitar attack is fucking awesome. I love the fucking build-up and the way that this song just all comes together. However, it reminds me of the video, and I remember this on MTV. This is how I got into Judas Priest. And this video is Mad Max, Tron, fucking a long-haired Rob Halford with long hair in the most glam metal, like, he gets rid of the black and he's got some red on. Now they all have some red on, which they always, it's like Kiss with colors going from the silver and black to now green, purple, red, and blue. He is doing the Carlton dance throughout this video.
It's awful. It's fucking painful.
It might be.
It's painful.
But I can't take my eyes off of it.
Yeah, well, it's like a car accident.
I love the video. I think the video's off. If he's not in it dancing, I think the video looks great because they'll cut back to both guitars rocking out and shit. And it's just one thing of the era that it's funny because they're trying to cut in to like that hair metal scene and get on their videos playing stuff. I know they're British, but like hair metal people in this era and this time frame now, nobody has facial hairs. No. So your drummer's got to get rid of that fucking Schneider from One Day at a Time mustache he's got on. And the bassist got to get rid of that big, thick beard. That's what Coverdale did with his band. Like Mick Moody and the rest of you mustache guys, get the fuck out of here. Give me that long-haired, beautiful-looking John Sykes instead. And let me go to America and fucking take over. It's just, they can try it, but they still don't look it. Like, no. But the sound and the music works. They were really going for something. Hey, I will say this. It worked because it got me into them, and it got me to listen to them and try them out. So,
dude, the best part of that video was when Glenn Tipton is playing the guitar and just gives this little side-eye glare, like, ooh, like, okay, get back on your Suzuki. What the fuck are these guys doing?
Oh, you don't like when he does that, when the synth goes, and he does his hand on the guitar and he goes, and like it's almost like doing like magic on his guitar.
Dude, I couldn't get over the fact that Halford was literally doing the Carlton dance. Just brutal, Steve.
He needs a microphone in a hand.
Thank you.
He does.
Just brutal.
I watched it a couple times today, and I'm like, Rob Halford with the flowing golden locks. I'm like,
yeah, he never had that. Like he had like the mullet going.
Oh, you know, and the thing is too, these guys for that time, they're older.
Yes, right. That's true.
They're much older than
they're like Kiss doing videos.
Yeah, it's just like that. They're older than the guys that they're following the trends about. Yep. And I wish that they showed the girl more in the video. Like you only see her a couple times,
right?
Right. But and you can, and the one funny thing that to me is when you see them, you see Rob Halford, K.K. Downing, and Glenn Tipton. They're on their own motorcycles, and then the bass player, the drummer, they're a motorcycle with the fucking sidecar.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
On it.
Yep. So I was like, okay, well, we know who's regulated to what.
They couldn't afford a fifth motorcycle for the video, so they had to get a sidecar.
Yeah. So, you know, and those guys have always been regulated in the background anyways, but it really comes out
in the video.
next
video, too.
We'll get to that one, but
I'm surprised no one's mentioned the fact that it's Turbo Lover, not Game Show Lover, Tom.
Yeah, this whole thing is a Jerky Boy skit. Sidecar, Turbo Lover.
Game Show Lover.
Oh.
All right, let's go to the second track.
So we got Locked In, and again, this is an album that I'm like, God damn you, Judas Priest. Why do I like this song?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to like this song because it doesn't sound like, this sounds like if like Duran Duran was trying to be Judas Priest. I'd be like, this is like the cat. You could play this music. All right, this is going to be an obscure reference, but you guys are all my age, Steve. You're a little bit older. The scene from the very first Terminator, when she's in that club, that tech noir club where Arnold goes to hunt her down, and they're playing like that, this tech dance rock music. This whole album could be the soundtrack to that club because it's like rock music, but you can like dance to it. It's weird. Anyways, this is another great song. I love the bridge into the chorus. They definitely were tapping into what was popular, what was crushing it on MTV and on the radio. They're like, we need something hooky. We need something with a vibe. We need something with a sing-along chorus. And we got to do something. They Americanized themselves, I think, for sure. But I think this is another great song. It's super catchy. It sounds nothing like what you would want to hear normally from Priest. I don't know, Steve. I like it.
Yeah, I think at least riff-wise at the very beginning, it's more Priest than way more Priest than Turbo Lover.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I think it's a good second track. I think the drums sound a little less electronic on this song.
I agree.
But I like the chorus.
Me too.
There's a lot of earworms on here. The solo's great, but then you get this is the first one you get a back and forth between each guy for the solo. Each guy gets a part. I love the back and forth. This is more Priest like, way more Priest like than Turbo Lover, but I think I like this one too. It was like, and it's funny because like my friends were split. My one buddy's like, "Fuck this shit, I hate it." My other buddy's like, "Well, it's kind of catchy," and I was kind of more towards that. Yep. Just being a little more open-minded, which, back then, because, you wanted your bands to be what they were. You didn't want them to stray from, anything. And once they did, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow sometimes. Maybe not the right phrase to use for this, but but it was different. But this one I think is more Priest-like than Turbo Lover, and I like it. There's more riffing in this one than the first one.
Yep.
All right, so Locked In, again, more synth, but I like the rhythm of this. I said it could have been a R&B hit.
Absolutely, yes.
I said this could have been on the Flashdance soundtrack, and you wouldn't have known, and had like the person who sings Maniac sing this song.
Yep.
And you wouldn't even be like, oh, okay. Very accessible music. Even listen to the background vocals. Oh, you got me locked in. And then the background's, like, what
That's
the
the
fuck
thing
is that?
That threw me for a loop. I'm like, you're harmonizing backing vocals like a pop song.
You got the key to my heart. Oh. What the fuck?
Paul Stanley would be like,
go ahead and use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, put your key in my lock. I mean,
just
good God.
Nice solo on this again, but just this is Judas Priest.
Thank you.
I can't take it when you touch me. Feels so good, I could explode.
Oh, Jesus.
You got me in a frenzy. I tremble and I quake when you shake the things you shake. You got the key.
Only knew.
The key to mine. All right. Can I get the elephant out of the room? And I'm going to be as tasteful as I can about this.
Don't be tasteful.
It's very different. And I'm okay with myself. Heterosexual. It's not a big deal.
No, there's anything wrong with that.
No, nothing.
Of course
wrong
not.
with it at all.
Of course not.
But every one of these songs that I was singing when I was younger, thinking, all I think of is a mature Rob Halford singing this to a biker dude like Freddie Mercury and stuff. Like all these, like hitting on somebody or trying to pick up somebody or these sexual things. It's not like hot chicks like you think of in Kiss songs.
No.
It's two dudes at the fucking Blue Oyster Bar.
The Blue Oyster Bar. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
Or fucking Vito in the Sopranos bar.
Oh.
And so it's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
He makes
what
him
happened?
shiver and he shakes.
Dancing, sir. Mostly dancing.
Yes, exactly. But anyways, there's a video for this one as well.
Oh,
I think it's a continuation.
It continues right from the end of it.
I think they arrived at their location. The motorcycle ride was Turbo Lover. Now they're here and locked in.
Well, because if you notice at the end of Turbo Lover, the robot dude's chasing them all, and Halford gets away, and he chases him, and then they go off to the side.
Yeah.
We're breaking down the plot to these videos. However, I cannot imagine the time and effort and budget that they put in to do these videos.
For real.
And no one was like, dude, what are we doing? This is fucking stupid.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous.
Whose idea was it to do this shit? Who said to these people, hey, I know what we can do. We can have these guys act in this video.
Yeah. It's awful. It's like, hey, remember when Kiss did All Hell's Breaking Loose? Let's do something like that, but make it way worse.
Yeah, and then have Rob Halford on some fucking slab upside down, swinging back and forth.
It was almost
Rob
like the Temple of Doom.
What am I doing? Yeah.
That's
what am I doing?
Yeah,
Like,
Temple of Doom.
I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
For what?
Rob Halford in the
two
Temple
videos,
of Doom.
like 2 views on MTV. This ain't worth it. And you're so right. The other 2 are nowhere to be seen in this video until the very end.
Till the end.
They're
They peek over the
we're
top
all
of
set.
the thing.
You guys can take the lead on these videos. Go ahead. And then at one point, Glenn Tipton takes out a Twinkie bar.
Yeah, what was that?
and he gets a fucking fat guy in a diaper to come get it or something.
Well, he was the guy that was cranking the Temple of Doom thing.
Oh, he was feeding him. He was giving him a snack.
So he lured
job.
him away with a Twinkie.
What was with the mid-'80s apocalyptic metal? Like, I mean, I get it's supposed to be like badass.
Mad Max.
Yeah, no, you're right. Just, oh, God.
Fucking apocalyptic bullshit.
Oh, God.
Horrendous. Well, if this didn't make you feel uneasy, let's go to the next track.
We got Private Property. Okay, look, we started off pretty good with Turbo Lover and Locked In. Now we're at the point where I'm like, okay, this is what people are talking about when they tell me about the Turbo album. Really? Really? You think you're cool and got it all. You touch. Keep your hands off private property. I mean, Quiet Riot would have been a bit embarrassed to record this song.
What guy would tell somebody, whether they're gay or straight, like, keep your hands off me?
Hands off. Private property. Hands off. Private property.
Stop it.
Every guy would be like, touch me. Go ahead.
Really? I mean, I don't know. This is the song title is terrible. The lyrics are absurd, and the song is, unfortunately, Steve said it earlier. It is all of these songs are like earworms, which isn't necessarily a compliment at times. But I find myself like driving around being like private property, like it's like it's a fucking dance song.
It's like that Wasp debut album, but better. That's what it is for me.
There is no way this album is better than the Wasp.
Oh, absolutely!
No fucking way!
Fucking
not a chance.
No way!
Oh,
anyways, let's stay on target. Steve, Private Property, hands off or hands on?
I'm hands off. But it's, you're right. Like you find yourself singing this shit.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think that they were more going for a chantable chorus to play live on this song.
100%.
Decent bridge before the solo. But the solo, I don't even think the solo fits this song very well for some reason. It's very like kind of plinky and kind of like
the song's not very conducive to solos to begin with. So
no.
Yeah.
Because we went to see the Hollywood Vampires once, and it was Joe Perry, Tommy Hendrickson from Alice's band, and Johnny Depp. And they did this one part where each guy did a part of a solo. When they got to Johnny Depp, it was like he never had a fucking guitar in his hand before. And that's kind of what this solo reminds me of. It doesn't fit at all.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Private Property, more keys now? Synth again? I said, this sounds like this is off Invasion of Your Privacy from Rat.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
The way the guitar, yeah.
Wow.
The absolutely, the guitar riff, and then
maybe the riff. Okay, I got you.
Is an Invasion of Your Privacy type chorus that it would fit in there. Like, I could totally see Stephen Pearcy saying, keep your hands off private property.
And it would have sounded 10 times better.
Let me get it. Let me put my hands on your private property. It'd be the opposite, not like, don't touch me.
Yeah. One of the things, too, about this album is Judas Priest, you the albums before this, you do not get a lot of gang vocals on songs for choruses, and this one is just overloaded with this shit, and especially this one.
That's why I'm saying that if you listen to Invasion more so than Out of the Cellar, it's filled with fucking gang choruses and all shit like that. And that's where my mind goes. I think this is like a Kiss type chorus is what they're getting to. And
totally. Oh, yeah.
When I'm thinking 85, 86 era, recording and releasing, I'm thinking Rat. And that's the type of shit that's on the radio. Quiet Riot type of fucking choruses and shit.
You bring up a good point, Zeus, earlier, and I never really thought about it like this. British bands trying to be American hair metal, it doesn't work. I just don't think it works.
They're also older. The same thing with Whitesnake. Whitesnake trying to fucking break into America with fat Bernie Marsden and mustachioed fucking Mick Moody is not going to work.
No.
Look which version of Whitesnake broke. The video version.
Right.
Adrian Vandenberg, Vivian Campbell, Rudy Sarzo with blonde hair.
I mean, it worked for Def Leppard, but they're like
Freddie Krueger on drums.
Yeah, it worked. It worked for Def Leppard, but they were, other than High and Dry and on through, they were never really like
but
metal.
They were a good-looking
like
band, young kids.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, Priest, this is a transition that Priest just. I respect the intent because it's what everybody was doing in 86, 80, 85, 86, but. Sometimes you just have to do what AC/DC did and stick to what got you there.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Yeah.
Gene would say to the people that have always tried out for Kiss, dude, lose the mustache.
Yeah, the facial.
Not gonna, get that fucking shit out. Like that's not gonna work with us.
Yep.
All right. So whatever we said, let's triple it at least 10 more times, and let's get to the next track.
Parental Guidance. We don't need no. What are we? You're making it really, really difficult for me to defend this album right now. Okay. First of all, the intro to this album. This sounds like something like Rick Springfield would have written, like ding, 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 and then the chorus. Like Twisted Sister would have been embarrassed to write this chorus. I don't know. I mean, again. Begrudgingly, it's an earworm. It sticks in your head and you can't help but hum it. But just, I don't know, man. You're losing me. You're starting to lose me now, Steve.
This is way too poppy for Judas Priest. Like you said, that beginning, I'm like, what is this? And yeah, it could be from a Rick Springfield album for sure. And I was like, they started out good and now we're kind of just headed south here.
So true.
But again, the chorus, you're like fucking singing this shit.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is. It's like, you know you're gonna do something that's not good for you, but you fucking do it anyways. And like, you don't like this shit, but then it's still just it sticks in your head. And the thing I hate the most about this song is at the very end. One life, and I'm gonna live it up. The very first line from Another Thing Coming.
Yep.
I'm like, you are really fucking grasping here. Yep. And like I was like, when I heard
why they do that,
I'm like, no.
Do you know why they do that?
To make you think of that.
Yeah, to make you think, hey, we're the same band.
We're still
don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still. Remember that song you really liked? That's us doing that. So you don't like this. It's okay.
Good point.
They're asking for permission.
Yeah.
So Parental Guidance. It's so hair metal that if you look at the album tracks, it's 3 minutes and 25 seconds because it's bubble gum hair metal, pop, get it in, get it out, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, this is the most accessible song they've ever done. I fucking love it. I've always loved this song. Did I tell you, like, this is how Judas Priest got me in?
Yeah.
It is the most Kiss-like chorus there you'll ever. How Paul and Gene didn't come up with that. We got to do a song like about parental guidance because the PRMC, we can take that and get some publicity if we do a song like that.
Yeah, it's like they turn on the night.
Yeah. It could have been on Crazy Nights. This whole
album could have been on Crazy Nights.
Just so fucking catchy. I'm of a different mindset. I don't care what band is like, what I expect from a band or what I need from a band, what I want from a band. If a band puts out a good song, I don't give a fuck. I fucking like it. So hey, that band did it, so I guess that is them. I don't care. I like that they did this. I like You Got Another Thing Coming. I like fucking British Steel. I'm not into the other shit, but that's okay. I fucking love this shit. It's so catchy. Yep. Then they did a video for this. And Tom was like, hey, is this a video? No, it's a live program. I mean, it was a video.
It was a video, yeah.
When this album came out, they did this video. And then I think they used this is basically to do their next album, which was the live album.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was on the live album, and they're just showing it's kind of like a live 3 in some of the songs from Revenge would be released like as though they're live on the live 3. This video.
Yeah.
You know it's a different Judas Priest. I've never seen more fucking chicks at a Judas Priest concert than in this video. No fucking way were they at this concert before Turbo came out. No fucking way.
So I'm convinced that the audience is not from this video. Like as I'm watching this, I'm like, they had to have spliced like a Motley Crue concert with the performance of Judas Priest, because there's no way these smoking hot 1986 chicks were going to see
tongues out shit like that.
No way.
Throughout the video, Rob Halford, I don't know how many times, 5-6 times, points to the crowd like, look at this. Yeah. I think he's telling the band, quit your bitching. It's not just gay people here. Look, there's a hot chick right there, guys.
Yep.
Hey, the rest of you, hey, there's another hot chick right there. And he's constantly pointing them out.
Yep.
Because other than dudes, I don't know who was at Judas Priest concerts before this album.
Dude, the only concert that has less women than a Judas Priest concert would be a Rush concert, Steve.
Or Motorhead.
Oh, okay, there you go, yeah.
But I think it's fun if you see them, even Glenn Tipton in it when he's trying to do like chorus with him. Tipton's not really playing along to sing in the chorus, being like, yeah. He's just like, yeah, parental guidance here.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, he's not like, hey, I don't want to be tied to this video.
I don't know. I'm not really here because of that.
Yeah. Well, because they don't really do singable choruses with the band.
Never.
Mostly all the choruses for Judas Priest are Rob doing them. Right. So this is, I mean, like Living After Midnight, some ones like that, but even Breaking the Law.
It's him just him. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
They go heading out to the highway. Heading to the highway. That's him.
Yep.
I don't think that's the band singing that.
I think they do on that one.
And then he hits that fucking, and he hits that crazy note at the end of that. Oh my God. I mean, that's what got me into Judas Priest, that song. And then I saw the videos for Living After Midnight and Breaking the Law, and I got into those. But regardless, let's move on. If you thought this was hair metal before, wait till you see the next few tracks. What the fuck? Go ahead, next one.
Rock You All Around the World. Okay, now you got me back in here because the riff, it's like a speed metal riff. The drums are a little bit more drummy. Maybe there's still some machine going on there, but you got solos, you got shredding, you got all kinds of shit. You got one of the catchiest choruses, perfect crowd anthem, mid-'80s hair metal sing-along. You're bringing me back in here because this isn't as synth crazy bullshit as now. Again, this is just low-hanging fruit for Judas Priest. They're looking at what's popular on MTV. They're looking at what's selling records. Rock You All Around the World. It's like an AI-generated song title that everybody can sing along in. But to me, the band, musically, the band in Halford, this is you brought me back in after the last few duds. So I think the speed of the song, the riff of the song, even Halford singing a little bit more like kind of aggressive, and then you get that unbelievably hooky chorus, and then some just absolute face-melting type shredding souls that you would expect for something in '86. So this song brought me back, Steve.
Yeah, and if you think about it too, the songs on this album that start out with a riff are the standouts for me, pretty much.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
Because this one, you get that rapid riff, and this feels like it could be a leftover song from like Defenders of Faith or something.
Uh-huh.
I've always liked this one. There's a lot. This is probably, even to this day, maybe the most produced or overproduced, if you will, Judas Priest album, because there's so much layering on the vocals and everything on this. But at least this one is like brings you back to what you want to hear from Judas Priest. The soloing is freaking killer on this one.
Yep.
And this is another one too, chorus wise, just meant for it to be sung along with the band at a show.
Yep.
There's some killer leads, and one thing about this album too, like pretty much everything fades out on this album, which I don't know. It's just a stupid pet peeve of mine lately that I've just been noticing a lot more. But there's some great leads as this is fading out too. So this you're right. This one does, once you think you're out, they pull you back in.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm surprised. I thought you guys would shit on this because this sounds fucking like the missing album between Dancing Undercover and Reach for the Sky.
Yeah, but we love Rat, so why not?
I know, but it's also that version of Rat.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting away from, it sounds like Slip of the Lip, but faster. Again, just very 80s, typical chorus. Them singing about rocking you all around the world, I feel like they're selling out. Like, they don't do shit like this.
I agree. They're 100% selling out.
The whole album is
selling out.
Bands that talk about, we're going to rock you. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right.
It's corny. It doesn't age well.
Yeah, exactly. It just rock you all around the world. This is Judas Priest singing that. Rock you all around the world. We're gonna rock you. We're gonna rock you.
Yeah.
It's almost like cheerleaders.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like cheerleaders are singing the chorus in the background. And they also have a part, I think, in this song where the crowd is like,
you hear
like
it.
a live crowd.
They get like amplified. Yeah.
I don't know what other band. I know there's a couple that did that during that era. One of them a little bit later would be the Get in the Ring, where the crowd noise comes in the middle of the song. There's another one I think we recently just did on ARC. I can't recall it now. But where they put a live crowd in the middle of the song. And I don't know if it's, maybe I'm thinking of Stage Fright. From
Stage Fright does it.
They do that.
Stage Fright does it.
Right, which just came out in 83.
Yep.
I don't know, but I feel like that was something that was happening a lot. People just throwing a crowd in to make you feel like it's a live version. But regardless, the song's okay. I don't dislike it.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, compared to the rest, the other ones are way catchier.
Okay.
I like my schlock, but I want it to
can
be
tell.
catchier. Yeah, I want it to be catchier than this. All right, let's go to the next one.
So we get to Out in the Cold. Now, the first 2 minutes of this song, this sounds like the opening credit sequence of some 80s slasher movie or something. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck, dude? You do not need this intro for so long. And then when it starts, you're like, okay, they're switching gears here. They're going to get into a little moody, kind of atmospheric slow burn. To me, this sounds like Judas Priest has been listening to a lot of Foreigner, because this is something like a Lou Gramm, Foreigner, pop ballad type of thing. That being said, I think it's great, and I love the shift. I think the chorus sounds great. It's still the synth is just off the charts obnoxious, but again, it's turbo. This is what we're going to get from this album. But I think Halford sounds great. I think the chorus sounds great. Again, this is a song where I feel like if this was on a different album without the synth and maybe more guitars, it would have even been that much more awesome. So I feel like there's something there. I like it here, but I kind of wish this was on a different album, because I feel like there's something potentially great here. This on Turbo, to me, is just okay, Steve.
I like this one, and I think it's got a good slow burn to it.
Yeah.
And they opened up the tour with this song. Their shows, this was their opening song.
Wow.
So once I kind of saw that, I kind of got it, because it was kind of just like the build, the
vibe
for them to come on too. So then the da da da, so you get the good metal horns going with your head when the riff kicks in. So, but I like this one though. It's kind of different for them. There's a short bridge like that one musical part in there that leads to the solo that I think is cool, but I think it's got a good overall build in it. It's an outlier on the album though. It's like you go from, pop to more rock, then you kind of go back and forth there. But then this is something entirely different on the album. And I think it gives the album a little bit of breathing room, I think. It gives you a break from the I mean, there's synths on this and stuff, but it's not the poppy type of synth. It's more of a, I don't know if you want to call it a sinister feel to it. Yeah, but it breaks it up. It's like right in the middle of the album. It's the one that, if you had an album, it would be the beginning of side 2. So I think it breaks it up really well.
Okay.
So Out in the Cold, I'm not a fan of Queensryche, but if you told me this was a Queensryche song, I would believe it. I think this fucking thing sounds just like when we reviewed what do you call it from Queensryche. It would fit in there. It would fit in.
Too much synth.
Oh, but Queensryche has
vibe.
Those weird.
This would have been stuff. This would have fit more in Rage for Order if it was a Queensryche song. I know, Zeus. You don't know what I'm talking about.
It's bad enough we reviewed that one, but I feel like the songs I know from Queensryche and the album we reviewed, like there's a fucking imagery that this song is portraying, and I absolutely love this. Love this. You're absolutely right. It's completely different outlier on this album. It doesn't fit whatsoever. It doesn't even fit like the hard rock Judas Priest stuff. It's just an epic build-up. The vocals are so like off the charts talent. The lyrics are great. Where are you now? And then he says, the fears are coming back to me once again. Oh, sounds I good. Wish you were here, taking good care of me. And then the build up right to the chorus. I feel as though I'm out of the cold. That fucking vocal capabilities of Rob Halford is phenomenal.
Yep.
Okay. It just doesn't fit with surrounded by Rock You All Around the World.
You're right, it doesn't.
Or Wild Nights and Hot and Crazy Days. Where the fuck is this? So I know that I read a little bit about the album that they were going to do a double album where half of the album was supposed to be pop and the other one was going to be hard rock and things like that. Well, I can tell you what song they kept from the other side of the pop stuff, and that's this. This does not fit whatsoever, this album, and it's still fan-fucking-tastic. The solo is melodic as all hell, and it's fantastic. It's the longest song on the album by far. Awesome track.
Because of the intro, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. It builds. I think, to me, this song is what I love about ARC. Never, and I had this album, never would I have discovered this song had it not been for this show.
Yep.
And I fucking love this song. When I put this on shuffle, after I run it through 3-4 times with the same track order, and I put it on shuffle because I know the first 4-5 songs, I'm like, I already know these ones. When this comes on, I got excited because I wanted to hear it.
Yep.
And that doesn't happen very often on ARC because usually it takes a while for me to catch a song and be like, oh, that song, whatever that was, I fucking like it. This stood out, and I feel like it's completely different and just awesome.
Yep.
So that's Out in the Cold. Let's go to the next track.
Wild Nights, Hot and Crazy Days. Fucking relax, Rob Halford. Okay. But like Steve said, it opens up with a killer riff. You're right. The songs that open up with the riffs. Now, again, as hokey as Rock You All Around the World was, I mean, this is like AI generated, like just 80s hair metal with the riff, the sing along chorus, Wild Nights, those hot and crazy days. I mean, it's like something that like a high school like battle of the bands would be like, what are people gonna like? We should write this song.
Is though somebody said, hey, what is Shout Out Loudcast going to make fun of? About
pretty
wild in the
this.
streets and crazy nights. And
But again, I like it because it's got a great riff. You got the chorus that is sing along. You got some solo. Look, I've said it before. Forgive me. This is not what I want from Judas Priest. Okay, I want like You Got Another Thing Coming and Bloodstone and Breaking the like shit like that. I don't want this. This is something that like Whitesnake should be doing or like friggin' Poison. But it's fucking cool. It sounds good. I like it, Steve.
Yeah, this one, even though it's got the riff, there's just something about the song that I never liked. I think it's one is the chorus, and then in the chorus where they go, like that little extra part,
the little backing
just
thing,
fucking drives me crazy. I hate it, but the solo is killer on this one. It's the only part of the song that like makes me listen to the whole song.
Yep.
It's just this one's just kind of not there for me. Solo's a saving grace on this one. I don't know. This one just does not hit me good.
Yeah. Wasn't this on the track right before Summertime Girls on Y&T's album?
Probably. That could be.
Good point. Probably.
It should be like not a big hair metal band, but a second tier hair metal band song. Like Y&T
to get radio play.
Kicks.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like a band like that or Quiet Riot is doing this song. It just.
Priest. No.
It's so like, come on, dude. You're fucking pandering to me with these titles. Like, you 100%. Really.
I'm surprised they didn't try.
Me.
I'm surprised they didn't try to like throw a couple of these out as a single to see if they stuck.
I agree. Yeah, you're right.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do that.
Too embarrassed to fucking put it out.
Well,
but
probably.
It's so cliche. The riff is pretty good. The chorus but the title is like, hey, can you give me an 80s LA hair metal band song title? Okay, how about Wild Nights and Hot and Crazy Days?
Yeah, Wild in the Streets was already used by 30 other bands.
Yeah, it's so true. Crazy Nights. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this could be on Crazy Nights too. Just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's keep going.
Oh God! All right, we got Hot for Love. I mean, this sounds like it could be like. I don't know. I got to be careful. Maybe I'll just change what I'm going to say. I mean, this is some, maybe this could be like music from like Beverly Hills Cop, like chase music. It's just, this is awful. I'm sorry. This is like the first really, this isn't even awful in like a kitschy tongue in cheek way. I don't know what they do. This is just not good.
What's that Pointer song? Pointer Sister
The
song.
Neutron Dance. That's what this just burnt hot for love. It's like this right here is like, okay, you pulled me in with some of the BS hair metal shit, the wild crazy thing, whatever. I don't know what you're going for here, but this is awful. The tempo is too fast. This is club music. This is like, I don't know what this is. This is to me is the first like bad song on the album, Steve.
Well, starts out with the synth, so you kind of get a feeling for that we're still kind of in line with how we've been going. Once the riff comes in, the riff is pretty good. Decent vocal cadence for Halford. The pre-chorus is the chorus is just too simple. Hot for like it's boring.
It's like a pop song, like something you'd hear like on the radio for the beat. Might be like a top 40 hit.
Beam, you busted.
Yeah, exactly. Shakedown, hot for love.
The only thing I like in this song really is there's that dual guitar part towards the end that I think is really good. But other than that, I'm like, it's okay. There's a lot of different parts in this song too. I don't know. It doesn't have
it has
like an inline feel or something.
A little bit of the riff from Girls, 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 like dan 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 dan, like that kind of like weird, and it's all over the place. First of all, how come none of you guys brought up his fucking vocals on this? What the fuck is he doing at one point? He's not using his Rob Halford voice. I don't know what the fuck he's mumbling.
Need no money.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's trying to channel the oath or something. He's saying something weird. And then he talks about, Ken, with your hot breath on my neck.
Oh. Pew!
Hot garbage breath on your neck. Just the way that it's kind of a sleazy rock, a little faster Pussycat kind of shit. Dun, 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 like almost like bathroom wall shit. Like the nice little riff there. But the vocals, whatever the fuck he's doing there, I have no idea because he changes his voice. I'm like, dude, you're Rob Halford. Sing it like you normally sing.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
No, bad.
Again, I think this is just typical of the era, but I think the solos are pretty good. As usual, the solos are pretty good. They're always interesting and very melodic. I'll give you credit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last track.
So we got Reckless. Now, when I first heard this song, so again, I had never owned this album and I had never heard it. So real quick, if you have people out there when you listen to Spotify, okay, when you listen to an album on Spotify, when the album ends, Spotify then decides to play things that are similar to what you've already been listening to, right? So it'll just keep playing. So when I heard this song, I automatically didn't think it was on this album because I'm like, this song rocks way too hard. The riff is way too heavy. The song sounds way too good. This can't be from Turbo. Maybe this is like just another song. Why is this the last song on the track? The only thing on the album, the only thing I can think of is somebody in the Judas Priest camp said, look, guys, so far, the first 8 songs, we got to do something to pull in the Priest diehards. This song is awesome. I don't know why this isn't a hit or why this wasn't like maybe it's like to save the best for last quite thing. Not that I'm saying it's the best song. The riff on this thing, the tempo, the chorus, I think compared to the rest of the album, this is like the most Priest song on the entire album. This blew me away that this was the last track. I think this is like a little bit more menacing. He sounds great. The band sounds great. Not as techno synthy drum machiney. This is such an outlier. I love this song, Steve.
Once again, starts with the riff.
Exactly. Yeah, you nailed it.
You know, it's got a good kick in. It's more Priest formula, I think.
Yep.
Than you get. But the only thing that knocks this down a little bit for me is
I know what you're going to say.
Bridge,
Yeah.
radioactive field. I'm shooting through the atmosphere, taking off. I'm heading like a rocket through the stratosphere. I'm like, what is this? Like if that just part was taken, and it's an unnecessary part. It doesn't serve the song at all. It's just a little stupid. I don't even know. Someone must have thought that sounded cool or something. I don't know. But other than that, I like it. There's some ripping leads as it goes. Of course, this fades out as well.
Yep.
But it's that riff starting out with the riff, and it pulls you back.
Yep.
All right, so Reckless. Did you know this was going to be on the Top Gun soundtrack?
I can't believe that.
They said no.
Yeah, and because they said if they put it there, they wouldn't be able to release it on the album. They thought Top Gun was going to be a flop.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they go and do Johnny Be Good, which I actually like that version from the movie Johnny Be Good.
The movie
it's like when they Eminem said no to E.T.
Yes, exactly. Remember that? Yeah, and they did Reese's Pieces instead. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, because I always find it weird. Like, does it mean you can't release it on your album because you put it on the thing? Unless that's in your contract. Unless it's in your contract, like, hey, we want it just for the solo, so people, for the soundtrack, so nobody will, they'll buy the soundtrack. They won't buy your album. I guess there might be a way of negotiating, because, we've had albums that we've done where songs have been on soundtracks, yet they're on
an album.
Actual albums. Look at the fucking Vision Quest. How many of those songs are actually on albums?
Yeah, look at Wood. Wood was on singles, and then it was on Dirt. Exactly. So yeah, it can happen.
So it can happen. I think the vocals are, as usual, insane. The solo is great. It's a good song. I like it. Again, so to wrap up, I'll just add this. Not one song here is skippable to me. Not one fucking song. Some songs are better than others. Some fit the Judas Priest formula a little bit with a little sync. Some don't fit at all. Some are what the fuck. But they're all pretty good. The formula, to me, two great guitarists and Judas Priest's fucking saving grace, Rob Halford's voice. With that, they can do a lot and get away with a lot because he's so fucking talented, and those guitars are so melodic and awesome. I love this version of Judas Priest. I think this version is great. There's some fantastic songs on this album. The other songs, at least, aren't bad. So for me, I knew a few of the songs because I had this album years ago and I knew the hits. I found that the other songs I didn't know were a nice surprise. One was a fucking awesome surprise. And I'm glad we got this done. So, Frank, glad you kept pushing for this. I enjoyed this album.
Yeah, for me, this kind of falls under the peanut butter and pizza analogy, meaning I love peanut butter, I love pizza. I don't want to eat them together. Meaning I love pop music. I love new wave music. I love that MTV era, like Duran Duran. I love that stuff. I still do. And I like my hard rock and I like my metal and I like some Judas Priest. I just don't want Judas Priest to do Turbo. But it's undeniable that these are hooky, catchy, earworm type songs. And it's like Zeus said, even the song that might not be your favorite, there's nothing skippable. There's nothing like unlistenable on this album. It's just not what I want to hear all the time. But when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, some of these songs might be goofy, kitschy, like, we had some fun with some of them, but they're not bad songs. Like, if you were to put this on, like, say at a cookout, people are going to be like, why, what is this? This is terrible. It might be like, what is this? So it's listenable, accessible. It's just not great combination of Priest. But again, I get what they were doing. A lot of people say the same thing about Kiss with Dynasty and Unmasked and maybe even some of the other 80s albums. So I have no history. I have nothing. First time I heard this album is when Patreon picked it. So I went in blind and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be like way worse than everybody kept talking about it. So I like it. I don't know if it's going to pass my vinyl test, which is if I have an album on ARC that I don't own the vinyl, sometimes I'll buy them, sometimes I don't. I don't know if I'm going to buy this one. So far, I have not bought it. I don't know. Maybe I will, Steve. What do you think?
Well, like I said, it was kind of a shock when I first heard this album, and with them wanting to following the trends and stuff like that, I'm really surprised that they didn't have like Holly Knight or Desmond Child come in to co-write shit with these guys.
Good point.
If they were kind of headed in that direction, but there's some songs on here that'll make a Judas Priest playlist or a playlist in general. And I hadn't listened to the whole album in a while, until you guys asked me to come on to do it. So it was kind of refreshing to listen to it with kind of fresh ears that I hadn't heard it, in a long time. But there's some stuff that I'm like, yeah, it didn't work. But I do like how throughout the album there are glimpses of what Priest was, or you know what I mean, up to that point. There's still some nuggets in there, and it's a decent listen. I think Zeus was right. I mean, there's nothing that I'm just like totally hate that I'm like I never want to hear that again. You know what I mean? There was nothing like that, but it was a pleasant listen, and I don't think I'll be going back to it anytime soon. But with for how much stuff is out there, and you guys know with listening to stuff for recording and everything, but it wasn't bad. It took me back. Like I said, it was the second compact disc I ever bought of the thousands that I've bought since then. So it was good to kind of go back to that.
Nice.
Two things I just want to add.
Yep.
When we do these, I cannot learn songs. That's why I have a hard time with ARC albums that I'm not familiar with. It takes me a while to hear songs. This album, I got it late. I got it the first week or on the 10th. And I only had a few weeks with this. Usually I have in advance. We picked the album before the end of the previous month. So I have like 3-4 weeks at least.
Yep.
There's not one song on here that I don't know how it goes. To me, that's a testament.
Because they're all hooky. They're all catchy.
The only times we have to do ARC, and when you guys are talking, I'll put you on mute, and I have to play the song again, and like, how does that go again? What's that song?
That's happened to me before. Yep, I agree.
Sometimes you blank out.
Yep.
No problem picking up what song was, what we're talking about, how it goes, and how it goes. Because it stayed with you because the song are catchy.
Yes.
And you know it. Whether you like it or not, you know it. And to me, I'm super pumped that we did this album, and I think it's a testament that that I can recognize these songs. That's all.
Yep.
So we're going to do the albums. We'll go Tom, Steve, then me. Tom, you want to make your first number 9?
Number 9 is Hot for Love. Steve.
Number 9 for me is Wild Nights and Hot and Crazy Days.
Ooh. Okay.
Number 9 for me is the same, Steve. Wild Nights.
Okay. Number 8 for me is Parental Guidance.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I have Private Property at number 8.
Okay.
Get your hands off my private property, Steve.
Hands off.
Whoa.
8 is Rock You Around the World.
Okay. Number 7 for me is Private Property.
I got Hot for Love at number 7.
Okay.
Number 7 is same with me, Steve. I have Hot for Love.
Number 6 for me, and it's pretty much the guitars that carry it, though, is Wild Nights, Hot and Crazy Days.
Number 6 for me will be Parental Guidance.
Oh, man. What's up with you people? Are you guys Tipper Gore fans?
Yeah, PMRC.
Yeah. Hot for Love. So then I picked number 6 for me is Reckless.
Number 5 for me is Out in the Cold.
Wow.
Yep.
I have Reckless for number 5.
All right. So number 5 for me is Private Property. Get your hands off. Private Property.
Number 4, again, the chorus is horrendous, but the music I really enjoy, and that is Rock You All Around the World.
All right. Number 4 for me, I have Out in the Cold.
Oh. Number 4 for me is Locked In.
That is my number 3, Locked In.
My number 3 is Rock You All Around the World. So damn catchy.
Yeah, it is.
All right. 3 for me is Parental Guidance. We don't need no.
No.
Parental Guidance here.
Here. No, we don't need any of it.
Or there or anywhere.
Yeah, no.
No, we don't need any parental
We don't
guidance.
need the parental guidance.
No.
2 for me is Reckless.
I have Turbo Lover for number 2.
Oh, Steve.
Game show lover, number 2.
I'm your game show lover.
So fucking stupid. Unless you listen to this show, like people are gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Game show lover? I didn't print the word game show lover. Anyways, Out in the Cold is my number 2. Fucking love that song.
All right. I got Game Show Lover at number 1.
I got Locked In.
Okay.
I'm locked in on Locked In.
And I got Game Show Lover as well. Turbo Lover. Fucking
Nice.
song is still awesome to this
It's
day.
still. Yeah.
A song that I can put on in the car and it just builds up.
And once you get to that chorus,
yes,
it's good. It is really good. I agree.
wow. Well, another album done.
Yep.
You're welcome, Frank.
Yeah, right.
All right. So one of Tom's favorite things for me to say is this. So Tom, what makes you rock hard?
Oh God. All right. Well, we are recording right after Christmas, and we're recording on the same day that I sent my 82-year-old mother back home to Florida after staying with me for 2 months, close to 3 months. And the reason I tell you that is because I had shown my mom a movie that I was convinced she had seen. I don't know how she missed it. It's a fucking classic. It's become a Christmas classic, maybe a Christmas horror classic. And that is, I watched it again with her. She's seen it for the first time. I've seen it a million times, but not for a really long time. She loved it. We had a blast watching it together, and that is Gremlins. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen Gremlins in a long time, go back and watch it. It holds up. It has aged incredibly well. The effects are awesome. The scares are great. The movie is way too aggressive for a PG movie from 1984. It was a ton of fun. And again, watching it with my 82-year-old mom, she had a fucking blast with it. It was just a ton of fun. So I want to give props to the classic movie Gremlins this time.
Wow.
We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
That movie.
Love it. It's so fun. It's so fun. Steve, what about you, buddy?
Okay. As you guys probably know, I'm a huge baseball fan, and unlike Zeus, but like Tom, I'm a huge Rush fan as well.
Yeah.
For Christmas, my awesome wife got me this book right here from Katie and Lee.
I've seen that.
72 Stories, it's called, and it's all about his baseball collection. It has the pictures. There's one in here. I was just kind of thumbing through. I didn't get a chance to actually read it yet, but he has baseball signed by everybody. He has one. He has a baseball signed by each Beatle.
Wow.
Just all kinds of crazy, insane
awesome.
collection. He just made a huge donation to the Negro League museum in Nashville, I believe. Nashville or Memphis it's in, I think. And he just made a huge contribution from his collection to that. So I'm 72 Stories, Geddy Lee. I'm looking forward to like really doing a deep dive on that because I'm a huge baseball fan and also Rush.
That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, he's a diehard baseball fan. That's great.
Yeah, and you know how he gets those baseballs? During the game, he flies around and he has this talon. Him and Faunus Acrotides come out and they snatch baseballs right from the field.
You mean the
talons?
The Hoyati from down under?
Yeah, and because he's a witch, he gets away with his broom. He flies off.
Give me those baseballs.
I find it very endearing, his baseball love. I've seen 60, I think it was 60 Minutes did a thing on him talking about his baseball love, or there was a big report on it. I find that very endearing. He's a very likable guy.
He is. He's awesome.
For a fucking witch.
For a witch.
Yeah. Anyway, for me, I'm going to do another documentary, and this one is called Being Eddie. So this is the documentary on Eddie Murphy that's on Netflix.
I haven't seen it yet. Nice.
I find, speaking of endearing, I find Eddie Murphy just so likable. He's so funny. And they talk about his background and his story, and he talks. I've never seen him be interviewed so much as what he's talking about. And he talks about his comedy stuff, and you have other major comedians and actors and people talking about his career as well. It's really fun. If you're a fan of Eddie Murphy, you'd really like it. And like he has this thing where he talks about he wants to do like these two mannequins, and he has Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor.
Oh no.
And at the end he does a quick little skit. You can see that on like there's like reels and shorts of it. And it's like, I didn't put anything in that Jello pudding pop, in that girl's drink or something. And the Richard Pryor doll will come out, and he's like he's mimicking them both. He's miming them both, excuse me. And he's like, you know, fucking damn well you put something in that drink. It's just so fucking funny. And if you like Eddie Murphy, you really get to see a different side of him and see more of his background. Because he's such a kind of reclusive kind of superstar. It's a lot of fun. So on Netflix, Being Eddie, that's the documentary.
Nice.
I highly recommend it. So
very cool.
Steve, tell us where we can find more of you and your great podcast, Hotter Than Hell, please.
All right, Hotter Than Hell podcast. We're going on our 8th year. We come out every Friday. We've not missed an episode yet. I do it with my son Dylan and my two co-hosts, BC and BB. And I also do a Queensryche podcast. It's called I Remember Now. I do it with Ray Farrell, who I'm sure you guys he's from the Asylum podcast.
Yep.
And we do that not as regularly, but we do have that. And so just say if you're listening to these guys here, you could find us, check us out, and enjoy. And guys, I appreciate the call. Always glad to come on to do anything with you guys. And it's always fun, and I have a couple of things for you guys for 2026 coming up too for Hotter Than Hell. So we'll get into that. So thanks for having me.
Awesome,
Steve is one of the nice guys, and he's not one of the fake nice guys. He's really nice.
He's a legitimately nice guy. And we knew that when we were doing Judas Priest. Like, we haven't talked to Steve in a while. We know he's a priest-tard. Get him on here. Let's get hot for love with Steve Wright this month.
When I was thinking of some guy's hot breath on my neck, I was like, I think the imagery with Steve Wright would be like great. I think,
hello, Zeus.
Right on my neck, right here. Right here. Well, we love him, and we hope you enjoy. Steve, thanks so much for joining with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it, buddy.
Tom, that was the great Steve Wright. Man, love him. Love his podcast, Hotter Than Hell. Make sure you guys give them a listen and put that on as one of your podcasts to follow. You'll like them. They have some great knowledge of the hard rock, heavy metal music industry and stuff. They know fucking everything.
And the thing that's cool about those guys is they have a variety of topics. They're not boring. They touch on everything from hair metal to hard rock, 70s, 80s, like everything. And they do all different kinds of episodes. They are what we like to refer to as a creative, entertaining podcast. So if you listen to us, hopefully you know who Part of the Hell is. If you have never heard of them before, check them out. They're a ton of fun. All great guys, especially Steve.
Yeah, and they're all real and nice guys.
Yes, exactly, which is what we love.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tom, we're going to do what we do best, and now we rank shit.
Yep.
So first we're going to do album covers. So why don't we read your top 5 first, and then you can rank this album cover.
All right. My top 5 covers right now. Number 5, Rage Against the Machine, self-titled. Then Blizzard of Oz, Purple Rain, Master of Puppets, Diary of a Madman. This album cover sucks, but it doesn't suck as bad as some others. But this is going at 56 for me.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Wow!
This is bad. This is just bad,
dude. It's just one ahead of Bon Jovi's Hickory Nuts jeans.
Well, I mean, I'd prefer to see a woman's fingernail hand grabbing a stick shift than seeing Bon Jovi with his Joey Romanek slim fit jeans on.
Oh, dude. And the girl in that video that he's after is not even cuter than the girl that likes him. Like, she's not even prettier. Like,
he's better looking than her.
Yeah. I'd rather go to second base off of John than her. Just not a good cover.
No.
Fuck. Anyway.
Not a good album either. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I love that album.
I know you do.
Maybe my favorite Bon Jovi album of all time.
Wow. Ooh,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So Turbo at 56 for you. My top 5, Tom, is Diary of a Madman at 5, and then Appetiti at 4, Blizzard at 3, Hotel California 2, Elvis NBC TV special at 1. I like this album cover. I really do. I like the colors in it. So I am going to put this at 23.
Wow. Okay.
Under High and Dry, because I think it's more iconic.
Okay.
But above, and I'm a straight guy, a nice photo of Rod Stewart. I just like the color and the variation, and I love the streaks in those middle Judas Priest albums. I can't describe it any.
No, I know what you mean. I like the art style. I just don't like that art specifically, but I like that style of art. So
she's hanging on to those. What are those cone-like chips? You ever see? What are those called? Those chips that are like funnel, like cones. They're like potato chips.
Bugles.
Yeah, bugles. She's holding on to a bugle.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken for Bugle Boy jeans.
Oh, Romanek still wears those. He's got a pair of those with his bum equipment jacket on.
What was that other one? The Filmo one? Those G. Cavarici.
Oh, Z. Cavarici and then Jabos. and then at night when it was time to relax, he would wear the Zubaz pants.
You know, Romanek is rocking out his Jabos with his fucking cul-de-sac crew that he hangs out with.
Cul-de-sac crew. They call themselves the Turbo Lovers.
They're definitely Turbo Lovers. Oh, I bet you a bunch of them are in that photo with him. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right, Tom. Let's go to the album itself overall ranking.
Okay, number 5, Alice in Chains, Dirt, Shout at the Devil, Purple Rain, Moving Pictures, Master of Puppets.
Ring the bell?
Do we have a bell if something do we have a bell if something's last?
I just made you laugh. I just
like a reverse bell.
No,
no, this isn't going last, but it's not. I'll tell you right now, it's not far from last. Look, hold on. Okay, hold on. I enjoyed the like we said. It's not nothing's skipping, nothing's terrible.
Yeah.
This is just not an album I'm just going to go back and listen to. It just doesn't
Really?
it just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't do it for me. So unfortunately, Zeus, I'm sorry. Turbo Tards, everybody, this is going at number 60.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just.
But you still like it better than Down to Earth. Wow.
Yeah, it's just below. I cannot. It's just below OU812, which is shockingly shouldn't be that low. OU812 is not that bad.
All right. So Tom, my top 5 are Purple from Stone Temple Pilots, Blizzard of Oz, Automatic for the People, REM, Hotel California, Eagles, and Elvis's NBC TV special. I like this album. I wanted to say this comment when we recorded with Steve yesterday.
Yep.
But I will say this now. I think the true measure of an album on ARC is when the episode is over, do I still want to play the album again? Because it's always in the front of my Apple playlist because I just played it probably nonstop before we recorded.
Right.
So do I let it go the next time? Tom, I like this album and I will be going back to it. I like the whole album. I don't have a problem with it. Okay. So for me, I am putting this at 41.
Okay.
I am putting it underneath Ultimate Sin from Ozzy and above Apple from Mother Love Bone.
Okay.
I really like the album. I do.
All right. It's not a bad album. It's just we say this every episode. We've got 72 albums or whatever. I mean, it's getting like impossible to rank these things in real time.
Yeah, so we have 71. We did 72 episodes with 71 albums. I can find something redeeming on 70. Bullet Boys. Smooth up in yeah.
I hate to pile on, and I'm just maybe just because it was so long ago. No. I legitimately, if you put a gun to my head and made me hum the tune of any of the songs off the Heat album, I can't do it because I never heard that album before or after the episode. So that's the only one. I literally don't know anything from that album.
Yeah, so, I can't remember anything either. I just thought it wasn't that bad.
No, it's unfortunately it's what I call literally a forgettable album.
Yeah, like a lot of the podcasts are.
Yeah, well, that too. Very true.
So, Tom, where can people find us?
Start with our website at shoutoutloudcast.com. If this is your first time listening to us, we are usually an all Kiss podcast doing Kiss-related episodes every Saturday. We do these episodes once a month where we pick a third band and review a non-Kiss album. So you can check us out there. So shoutoutloudcast.com has all the information, all of our episodes, all of our rankings, tons of great links, merch, etc. Links to all of our social media. So please check us out there. And of course, our email address at shoutoutloudcast@gmail.com. And we always are proud to let everyone know that we're a member of the Pantheon Podcast Network of shows.
Yeah, and Tom, what we like to do is always finish up with famous last words. Do you have any?
In the cities of the world, every boy and girl goes crazy to the beat of rock and roll. And as the volume's soaring, all the crowd is roaring. Let it roll. If I gave you 50 guesses and you never heard that song, would you guess Judas Priest and any of your 50 guesses would write a lyric like that? No.
No.
But anyways, go ahead.
I said, I'm all burned out. I'm a physical wreck. But there you go again with your hot breath on my neck.
Jesus. Ugh.
Steve Wright, Tom, Kiss Army, Loudcasters, Turbo Tards, thank you.
Huge shout out and thank you to our buddy Steve Wright from the Potter Than Hell podcast. Thank you so much, buddy. Great time as always. Patreons, thank you for this pick. Might not be my favorite album, but it was a good listen and a ton of fun to do the episode here. And Frank Anzalone, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Now stay away and stop being a turbo tard. And Zeus, as always, my friend, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout.